Hey everybody, I'm JJ Johnson and you're watching Reality Survival. So what I have for you today is just a real quick urban survival navigation tip. We're going to talk about two things. We're going to talk a little bit about the interstate freeway system, and then we're going to talk about streets and avenues in towns. So the first thing is the interstate freeway system is set up with a particular numbering system that will tell you which direction these freeways are headed. And it's a pretty commonly known thing, but I don't know if everybody knows it, so I figured I'd go ahead and throw it out here. Odd numbered freeways run north and south. And so like if you start over on the west coast, then you've got like 5, then come a little bit further east and so on down the line. You get 15, 25, 35, 55, 95, and so on. As you get more to the east coast, there's clearly more freeways, but they generally all follow this numbering scheme. Then the even numbered freeways run east and west. Okay, so then if you start down low, you've got like 10, 20, what is it? Is there 40, 70, 80, 90, and so on up north. So that is just a real quick reference for knowing which direction freeways are going, which direction they're heading. Now, most people are going to know the freeways that are in your area and which way that they go, but if you're in a new area or something like that, then this is just a quick reference to help you out. The other thing is depending on the city that you're in, most of the time, or a lot of times, and this is not a hard and fast rule, but generally cities in which are planned will have a labeling system or a grid system in their city. So for example, like in New York, avenues will run north and south, okay, from north to south, and streets will run east to west. And that's a fairly common grid system in a lot of places. But check the town that you're in or whatever and see what their system is like, because they may have an individual system for their area. But if you know that, even if you can't directly tell what direction is and all that kind of stuff from where you're standing because of building blocking the sun or whatever the case may be, if you know that you're on a street or an avenue, that may be able to tell you at least which way is east or west or which way is north or south. So anyway, having that situational awareness in an urban environment can help you a lot, especially if you are having to call 911, if you're having to call for assistance, from somebody else in your group or whatever the case may be, or if you're having to vector in an ambulance or something like that. If you can just look at those street signs and be able to say, hey, I'm 1 block east of this intersection or whatever, then that can help you out a lot, because that I've heard a lot of different 911 calls and stuff like that, and people try to struggle with trying to provide a description of where they're at, and it's largely because they don't have that situational awareness, especially in urban areas. So keep that in mind as you're out and about. And one thing that I would try to do is I try to monitor where I'm at, even on the freeways, as far as mile markers, knowing which mile marker you're at as you go down the freeway and stuff like that, because that can also be helpful in more rural areas out on the interstate freeway system. So anyway, guys, as always, I definitely appreciate it when you click the thumbs up button, when you share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And don't forget to live the 6 Ps. Proper prior preparation prevents poor performance. Stay safe, guys.